Ripped it off.
And so,
Risk it
right,
all.
risked it all
For
so we
some
get nowhere near and the girl. And so when I pulled over, I looked over to her just like this. Hold on, watch this. I looked over to her just like this. Here. I did just
You
somebody.
know,
hey,
all girls are
Hey,
great.
what is somebody with the
Well, you know, all girls are great on a week.
and then get to that place.
Hey, Kerry, what's up? I see you done pulled up tonight. I appreciate that. Shalina, thank you for coming back to the Wind Down. Hey, welcome. Well, welcome to the Wind Down. I'm feeling a little under the weather today, so y'all bear with me. How was your weekend? How was y'all weekend? We getting ready to set up for a good show today. Got a couple special guests tonight. Excited to have them join us. But of course, we're ready to have Kerry join us tonight. So it's going to be a good time. We got about 3 minutes to the wind down. So text your friends. Let them know we live. I need a good word for tonight. Tonight we got Mr. Kerry Plus coming online. He's an actor doing great things for the community. And doing great things in Hollywood too. So future Oscar nominee. Hey, I was going to announce it, but I'm going to announce it a couple times. Quanta just had my newest niece and nephew, my twin babies. Oh, I'm so. First of all, you don't even know Quanta. You had me, Portia, and Sharana was on live like all last night, laughing and crying. Just every push, Al was giving us updates, and oh God, we was just rooting along you all night. So that was pretty exciting. Congratulations. And thank you for giving me 2 more new nieces and nephews, 2 beautiful twin babies. Yes. My girl Trina is here. What up, Trine? Let me get my girl Trine added in. She's going to be my guest host tonight. Okay. My girl is in the building. What up, Trine?
How's everybody feeling tonight?
Thank you for good. Thank you for being here with me tonight, Trine.
Too much light. Hold on. Of course.
Yeah.
I have to turn this way. Oh, there we
It's
go.
all good.
And I don't have my wine glass, y'all. I got a bottle, but this ain't water, of course.
She ready to turn up. Trent, what's our word for tonight? I hadn't even thought of that. Arnold Latasha,
That's
25.
Carrie, yeah.
That's Carrie Arnold.
Hey,
She said,
girl.
"What's up?"
How's everybody doing? So happy to be here, and thank you so much for having me co-host tonight, mingling with the followers.
Thank you so much for being here. Hey, for those of you guys who don't know Trina is my bestie from GA since like elementary school, and hopefully she'll be able to be my permanent co-host for, so hey Toya, welcome back to the Wind Down. I had to call her because I was a little bit under the weather today. My girl was about to come through for me. I appreciate that.
What you need?
Punchy in the building. That's my birthday twin / cousin. Long time marriage. What up, Punchy? Welcome to the Wind Down. Hey, we got a great show for tonight. It's 5:31. Wind Down kicking out. Trina, what's our word for tonight?
Let's see. We talking about acting.
Y'all got a word for tonight? Put it in the chat. Kerry said, "Hey y'all. Hey, he excited to be here." Man, Kerry is a motivator, a very, very positive image in the community. I ain't giving his background yet because I got to get y'all warmed up a little bit more. I need some more love in the comments. I need for y'all to let y'all friends know that we are live tonight. We are gonna get Kerry on here. Action. Toya said action. I'm gonna be throwing that out there every now and then. Hey, word of the night is action. So I'm saying it right now. I got mine too. So pinky up for action. Thank you,
water
Toya.
just get stronger and stronger, I tell you.
Hey, Charity. Charity representing all the way from the Philippines. It's always good to have you here. Oh, yeah, we're international on the Wind Down. For those of you who don't know, we international. We cross plenty states and international. Kerry said, "Let's go with persistence." Let me ask our guest of the night, Kerry. Mr. Kerry, what do you recommend our word for the night be? So Tree, I just had my newest niece and nephew last night. You see,
Oh,
yes,
girl and boy, right? Oh,
a girl and boy. You just had you some twin girl and boy too,
they
didn't you?
like
How old are you? How
he
old
had
is
twins. They
Oh, he
five.
didn't have twins.
They five.
Girl, I thought he had.
They 5 years old
Huh?
now. A girl
But
and a boy.
they twins, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Keep
I meant. It's
them
a
away
lot
from
of
here.
twins
Keep them away from here.
coming up now. Hey, what up, Bianca? Welcome to the Wine Down tonight. My girl Angel out here with me in California. Hey, let your friends know we live, y'all. We on tonight.
Yeah.
On the Wine Down. So how was your weekend, Trent? What's been going on with you?
Weekend's been cool. Just been working, grinding, trying to find some side hustle money. Maybe this acting, I can maybe get me a few sets in. Y'all know I did do a little one scene one time. On Greenleaf, I done seen.
Oh yeah, you were, wasn't it on Greenleaf?
That was so awesome.
You was
that
on
was
Greenleaf.
awesome. Love to do some extra work. So I'm excited to hear what Kerry has to say about, best tips and practices on getting started and things of that nature. But yeah, that's all I've been doing. Just grinding, honey.
Yeah. The grind don't stop, man. It never stops. Speaking of grinding, O&R is expanding. So for those of you who do not know, Our Nation Realty, that's my brokerage company. I am a real estate broker in the state of California. So if you know anybody looking to buy or sell, please have them give me a call. Also going to be in Florida soon. So we'll be working California and Florida soon. So O&R is expanding. We got to make a few shifts to the Wind Down, but we are booked. We got a lot of talent coming all the way through the end of March booked right now. I'm not really sure what we're going to look like after that, but I know I have Trina here. She's going to be here to support me a lot of the times because there may be times when I can't be here, but that's my bestie, and I know she going to hold it down no matter what.
What's everybody sipping on? Y'all drop it in the comments. What y'all got in your wine glass, your cup, your canister? I got some, I don't even know what this is. I think it's vodka. That's sad. It's either vodka or tequila, but I'm pretty it's actually from this weekend.
You managed to get that in the water. I thought you was faking.
Not the I don't mess with that moonshine after coming to visit Ronesha that time. She had me sparking on Santa Claus in the middle of the street. Lord, it was okay.
That's a true story, but you gotta tell all our business.
Carry on some H2O. That's great. That is awesome. And let's see, Toya got some Stella Platinum and Crown Peach. Okay,
Ooh, with the that's that new Stella. First of all, before I get to Toya and this Stella Platinum, let me give it up for Carrie, because Carrie been on her workout grind. We've been seeing you out there doing your thing, girl. Congratulations. And they keep sharing, because that's motivating to a lot of us who are looking to continue to enhance our fitness goals. So shout out to Carrie and making some of them fitness goals happen. Moonshine Carrie, damn. Yeah, it's Wednesday night. He ain't playing.
And moonshine to get you right, honey. You don't need but a cup of sips and be out. I can't mess with it.
Well, Trent, you got anything? I just wanted to make sure I introduced you to the Wind Down crew.
I'm ready to hear what Kerry has to say. I'm super proud of him and his journey. I'm not gonna go into the journey. I know that's coming, but it's just so great to see people from, that we were directly connected to, brushing elbows with, doing it big. It's a lot of y'all out there. So I just say, just keep grinding, y'all. Stay on top, and don't forget to bring some people along the way with you. Y'all be blessed.
I'm gonna go ahead and start to add Carrie in. Good. Let me see if I can kick you out. I don't think I can. So we're gonna all be on here together tonight.
What's happening, ladies? What's good? How you doing?
What up, Carrie? Welcome to the
It's an honor and a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Yeah.
I try not to look ugly. Ugly doesn't seem to work
you got
well
the
in my
shirt
business.
unbuttoned a little bit.
Huh? What happened? What happened? What's she saying?
I said you got the shirt unbuttoned a little bit.
What's she saying?
So just a little
Let me see
What she
that.
said? I ain't hear nothing she said.
So just a little bit about Kerry, you guys. Me and Kerry go way back, like years and years. I'm not gonna go too deep into it.
Right.
Don't worry,
Let's
Kerry.
just say I think you were 14 and I was 15. Yeah.
Yeah, so we got a lot of history together, and I just want to say that I'm super, super elated for you and proud of everything you're doing. Everything that not only you're doing for yourself in the acting, but your willingness to come back and talk to us, even though like you are on the way to Oscar nominations, brother. You are doing big things, rubbing
You
elbows with
boosting it.
big people,
Stop boosting. Don't
and
boost me.
I'm
Don't boost me.
excited for
Don't
you.
boost me.
Hey, that's what we do.
Right.
We speaking it
I
into
appreciate
Right.
existence, baby.
I
Like,
appreciate it.
what you doing? So, Kerry, tell us what you got going on, man. Tell us a little bit about yourself for the people who don't know who you are, and a little bit about what you got going on.
Well,
Right
first
now.
of all, hello everyone. Thank you for having me on your show. My name is Maurice P. Kerry. Some people have seen me on different shows like Atlanta. That was the last one I was on. Got me mentioned in the Rolling Stones. I have an upcoming movie, my first action film, Chasing the Rain. That comes out later this year. I don't have really details on that. The First Lady, I played opposite Viola Davis. She was wonderful to work with. Ordinary Joe, MacGyver. I mean, the list goes on and on. Hey, you know when people like Google me, and you be like, if you Google me, it's you're gonna see some shit.
Hey, Google.
I Googled you, and I was like, damn. I mean, granted, I've been following your journey, and so I've seen things come up. But when I looked at the catalog of things that you've been in, I was blown away on a personal note. So that's amazing, brother. Like, I'm
I
really
appreciate
excited for you on that. So, Kerry, who is somebody your favorite people to work with? Like, you've touched elbows at this point with a lot of great superstars in the industry. Who would you call out? Name drop for me.
Well, honestly, I will say I won't say my favorite person. I will say the most powerful person that I've worked with, the most impactful person I've worked with. And I mentioned it before, was Viola Davis. And reason being is because everybody knows her resume. They know the awards, accolades she has. And when we did our scenes for the First Lady, when she was walking past, and I was actually on the phone with my mother. I'm like, Mom, Viola Davis just walked out of her trailer. And she's like, she got that funny walk. I'm like, yeah, Mom, she got that funny walk. She got that funny walk. And so, but when we finally hit set, she introduced herself, and then we got ready to do our thing. It was actually very physical. We were boxing, and I saw that she was nervous, and that actually put me at ease because I was like, oh, she was a big deal, but she's still human, And so when we did our scene, I didn't get run over. She didn't just like run me over like I was expecting. I was expecting I'm gonna get like dogged. I was good. I was okay. And that was the moment that I knew that I was where I belonged. I knew that I was going to be okay in this game. When I was able to stand up to a Titan and not get stepped on, I was cool. I will say this, probably the most interesting person I worked with was Donald Glover on Atlanta. My episode of Atlanta. That was really interesting. Really, really interesting. He was a real cool. He was very, very humble. Donald Glover is so humble. He's cool and he's very artistic. And when I say cool, I don't mean, oh, you cool. You know, he was like, I think he smoked the whole bowl. Because he was chill, just real cool. And the way he would talk to me, we'd be running, I'd be saying my lines. And once I get done with my lines, he'd say, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Let's try it a different way. I'm like, can you raise your voice a little bit, sir? No, you ain't gonna know. You know what I'm saying? So Donald Glover was super, super cool. Really, really, and I've been listening to his music for life. I've been listening to his music for years, and it was just crazy to work with him. Alexa,
Yeah,
hold on one
that's
second. Quiet on the set.
It's Wednesday, January 25th.
My lights went off.
It's 8:43 p.m.
I don't know why they went off. I turned it back on.
it's all good.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Hollywood people
Man,
talking
what's
to
up?
their lights.
Hey,
I
man,
gotta
chill
go
out, man.
See what
mute
happens when
up.
you get
I
Hollywood
gotta go
when you
mute
start
up.
talking to your lights. When your lights don't hear you
Chill
talking,
out,
they
man.
just turn off on you. I see what's
Y'all
happening.
gotta stop, man. Y'all boosting it, man. Chill out, man.
Wait, what
I see you.
flavor is that
I
though?
see you.
What flavor is that?
Okay.
I say, I'm gonna tell you a story. So one of my clients, because I do self tape, and I coach other actors. So one of my clients brought me $100 and flavored moonshine, and I think there's strawberry and lemons in here. And so I'm like, I'm actually a lightweight, so I'm gonna sip this a
With
little bit.
caution. Sip with
Right.
caution.
Hey, don't
Oh,
force it.
no.
I mean, did you hear Trina's story?
I'm also
You can't
grown ass
abuse
man
it.
too, so y'all need to leave me alone.
Listen, I drink now, but that moonshine, had that booty shining.
Hey, I saw the First Ladies, and I know a lot of people didn't watch it, but that was
It really
such
was.
an amazing show. Like it was a great show. I was so mad that they did not come out with a season 2 because not only did I want to see, of course, the Michelle Obama, I wanted to see Ford, I wanted to see
Right.
the other ladies because it was a lot of great acting in there. So the fact that you got even put in there, it says a lot about what you've been doing and who you are. So
Right.
that's pretty dope. So, Kerry, how did you get started in acting? Like, I know a little bit about your journey. I was one minute you was in the Marines, the next minute you rapping, and next thing you know, you out there with Viola. So, how did that progress happen?
Well, and Trina might be able to attest to this. My first acting gig was in high school, in this little club we affectionately known as SWTBA. If y'all recall, I played the ambiguously gay coward lion for Wizard. That was this weird amalgamation of like. Remember that? If you go on my Instagram, there's a picture of me in the costume on my Instagram that I ended up on the front page of the newspaper. That was my first acting gig. But it's so funny because even then, the acting bug didn't bite me. I was still singing back then. If y'all remember, I used to sing. Yeah, I used to sing. Everybody knew me as a dude who walk around singing in the ass. I don't sing no more. But, I joined the Marines and that sort of tore up my voice. So I don't really sing a lot too much. But yeah, I was in the Marine Corps. I just did my 4 in the war. I fought in Operation Iraqi Freedom 2. Did my time in Iraq, got shot at, blown up, sucked. But after that, I stayed in San Diego for a while. I was actually homeless out of the Marine Corps. I was homeless for a year. I was living in my buddy's car while he was out in Iraq. He was in Iraq and let me borrow his car. He didn't know I was living in his car for a year, sleeping on, in the car, or if I could find somebody's couch to sleep on, some little chick. We had Facebook back then, so I would find a little woman on Facebook like, hey, how you doing? I'm charming. Can I sleep on your couch? And they'd be like, oh my God, he's so cute. And they let me sleep on the couch. Granted, they would require some sort of reparations to sleep on their couch. But,
That's so
Part of the
unfortunate
journey.
that you
Part of
got.
the
So
journey.
unfortunate that you was in there getting ass and getting the couch at the same time.
Yeah, shit happens. And so, while I was out in San Diego, I actually got my first taste of being on television. Veronica Mars. I don't know if y'all remember that show. I was actually doing background back then, not knowing, because I was so young, not knowing that background is really not the way to get into acting. It's just it's all to do, and it's nice, but it's not how you get lines. The best way to do it is really to train. So after doing all the background, I decided to really try to take it seriously. And once I started taking it seriously, I started going to classes. And once I got classes, I got headshots. And once I got headshots, I got an agent. Once I got an agent, the agent got me the auditions. And once I got the auditions, now you see where I'm at now.
Come on now,
Oh,
Chasing
yeah.
Rain. So you sped up
Oh,
that
it is.
process.
It is.
It's a
I just
lot of
gave you a quick
questions from here
version.
to there.
Yeah, but I got it.
Yes. So what was the turning point? You said, you started training. That was the first step for you. Is that what you
Absolutely.
recommend for anybody
Absolutely.
that's looking?
There are
Yeah.
very few people in this world who have the straight up natural gift of acting.
Mhm.
There's not a lot of people who have that. You know what I mean? And so train. Okay, so if you're a doctor, you train to become a doctor. Basketball, you train to play basketball. Anything that you do, you practice and you train. There's literally nothing in this world. We learn to walk by practicing and training. You know what I mean? So this would be no different. Just because you have a great personality, I've always had a fun personality, but I wasn't always able to act. So
Yeah.
I tell anyone, get into a class. If you can't afford a class, get a book. If you can't afford a book, hop on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, there's always a way. The main thing that I want people to understand is, like, don't ever sell yourself short and tell yourself, oh, I can't do it because of this. Find a way. I was in the Marines. Figure it out. If you want it, just figure it out.
Yeah.
I did. So figure it out.
Yeah. So where do people, like, you just gave a lot of tips. Where did you start training?
Man. Okay, so I'm in Atlanta, and honestly, I started my training in the first place I could find that was close to my house. It's actually the actor scene. It's called the actor scene out here in Beaufort, Georgia. It's literally 7 minutes from my house, and I started there. I learned what I could, and then I moved on to another place. Learned what I could, moved on to another place. One thing that I feel like a lot of actors do is they'll find a coach and they'll just stay there. And they'll just be there. And I don't agree with that, because you can always learn something different from someone else. So, but I do understand, especially in our community, we're all about loyalty, and I'm gonna stay loyal, especially with men and they barbers. Better not go to another barber. Better not. Better not. The same thing with coaches. But I talked to my favorite coach, probably the most influential coach that I've had so far. Her name is Jonna Johnson. She just got married, so it's Jonna Nagley. Jonna Nagley now, and she knows I train with other people. And I told her straight up, yeah, I've learned what I could, and I want to learn something different, because in some classes, you might be like mostly black people, and in other classes, it's mostly white people, and in other classes, it's mixed. So you always want to get a different experience from those different classes.
Hey, Kerry, I don't know, Trina, you a different perspective. Is it my internet, or is it Carrie's internet that's locking in and out?
Okay.
Okay, so for
Yeah,
Kerry,
Yeah, hold on a second.
we just want to get you right. I don't want you
Okay, how about now?
frozen up.
Tools.
How about now? We good now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you're
just turned the
good.
Wi-Fi off.
You're
It
doing
was
good.
acting crazy, because I'm running Facebook Live as well, and it was acting crazy. So I think my Wi-Fi is acting stupid. So we good though. It's all goody.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So what would you consider the pivot point for you? Like, you was in the background and you got your agent. Was the agent the point that really started to help you take off? And then another question following on that, how did you acquire your agent?
So the pivot point. Oh my gosh. Okay, so wait, I'm sorry. Ask that question again, because Yeah, that's the question again. I'm sorry.
Was what did you consider your pivot point from, you just kind of doing some stuff
Okay.
to
Honestly, it was such a long time frame between the two, between the last time I did background to when I actually started getting on set, that the pivot point was just making a decision. You know what I mean? Just looking at, okay, background people in the background, what you don't see on TV, they're not treated the best. And I would see other background people who, and if this is your choice, if that's your choice, it's fine. It's people who lifelong just want to be in the background. I do this every day, all day. I'm in the background for, background wouldn't get paid much. They don't get paid much. And for me, I was like, I want more. Like, I don't want to be in the background getting paid like $100 a day. I don't want that. Versus you got people on here, who say, like my very first role, MacGyver, I said 4 words and it was $1,000 a day versus $100 a day. Like, I don't want that. I want that $1,000 a day, saying words, being on camera, like, so the pivot point for me was, I won't say the production, because I still work for them. I just say that. But there was one production that I was on where they had the background. We were outside, and it was really cold outside. And when we all got there, they had no idea where we were going to use the bathroom. They didn't have any heaters, and they wanted us to change, into our wardrobe just right outside on the streets, man. And I kind of looked around, and I saw heaters, like those little heaters, those towers and the heat. Yeah, I saw those. They were like all over the place. And I looked at, and it didn't belong to production. It belonged to, we were in the restaurant area, and it belonged to production. And I was like, damn this. And I went around, click, 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 click. And I just started turning them on. And I was like, fire me, because this ain't that serious to me. I don't care about this. And they got upset, but they didn't send me home. But I knew then that I was done. I was cool on background. And so I decided to pursue even harder, start training, and get in front of the camera.
So Kerry is, I'm gonna just say this, and you guys hear him, y'all talking to him, and I know like there's a lot of people not on right now, but this will continue to cycle through YouTube and on social media for weeks to come. I'm still probably months to come, but I think the word for me is, you just like us, like you went to school with us, and now you're standing across Viola Davis because you made a decision to shift. And that was the turning point, was the mindset behind like where you wanted to be and the actions you were willing to take to get there. And to me, I always say, and that's the reason why we do this, so I'm so happy that you're here, is just to continue to remind people, like, just like you, we were sleeping from house to house, didn't really have any place to land, homeless growing up. And now, not only do I own houses, I help people buy and sell houses. And I'm not to anything, but I'm just reminding people that it doesn't matter where you come from. What matters is when you decide to take that shift in your mindset and do something about it. And I appreciate that word today, Kerry. Thank you for coming. Like you said, keep doing your thing.
You. Just to kind of top that off with making choices. Between the ages of 17 and 20, I went to jail 3 times. Between 17 and 20. And at the last time I went, I figured, I said, I'm probably not good at this crime thing because I keep getting caught. So probably gonna stop doing that. And I decided to, that's when I joined the Marines. I said, okay, I'm just gonna do something very drastic, very opposite, away from the path that I was going down. And I joined the Marines, and that was probably the best decision I ever made, in my life. Like I was a horrible criminal. I was really bad at it. Like if I did it, I'm probably gonna go to jail because I'm gonna get caught. So
He's
I was getting
Because you were
caught.
getting
Except for the last time. Except the last time I got in trouble. Statute of limitation. I actually ran and got away. I ran and got away, and I was like, you know what? That's it. I'm getting out of here. I'm done.
Dude, I want to know what you did. Don't leave the people hanging.
Oh
What
man.
you do? Don't leave the people
So
hanging.
I'm trying to not say too many details in case this comes back to bite me in my ass one day. But basically, I was riding dirty as possible. Like I was down in some part of Atlanta. I ain't gonna say exactly where. I was in some part of Atlanta, and I ain't have no license. I ain't had no insurance. I ain't had no registration. That was expired, and I was a repeat offender. So I had already been pulled over once for that stuff. And so I was riding in the car with this girl, and I was like, I was 20. I was 20. I was riding in the car with this girl, and I was like, yeah, so I was like, hey, look, we gonna ride over here, you know, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to holler. So I look over and I see cops over here, like to my right. And I was like, I should not make that turn. I'm gonna go straight. That would be the smart thing to do. And she goes, oh, let's go over here and go to the bar. Okay. And I made the right turn like a dummy. I was like, I just wanted to see her naked. I was 20 years old. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know. And so immediately when I made that turn, I heard it. I was like,
ripped it off.
and so,
Right.
ripped it off. We get nowhere near, and the girl. And so when I pulled over, I looked over to her just like this. Hold on, watch this. I looked over to her just like this. I did just like this. Listen, I ain't got no license. I ain't got no insurance. I ain't trying to go to jail. I'm about to run. I told her I'm about to run. This was her. Boy, you stupid. You ain't finna run, bitch. I'm about to run. And please believe, I was gone.
Oh my God.
I was gone, and I knew I could never see that car again. I haven't seen that car since. I left the whole car down. I wasn't going back to jail. I refused. Yep, because she was pretty. She was pretty. Hey man, I was young. Leave me alone. I know better now. I wouldn't do that now. So, yeah.
So we had
Come
a
on.
few questions.
Let's do it. Ask me what you want to ask. Let's talk about it. What's up, Tim Shelby? Shelburne, how you doing? Go ahead. Tim Shelby. He just popped in. That's my boy. I like it. He's a good guy. We did a film together called Merry Single Christmas. Yeah, Merry Single Christmas just came out last. You did Merry Single Christmas? Yeah. He plays the British guy in the film. Yeah, he's a good guy. I learned a lot from him. I really like that guy. What's up, big guy?
Welcome. Thank you for coming tonight. Thank you for pulling up, Mr. Shelburne. I seen your movie. You guys were awesome. Fantastic. So what some pitfalls do you see from young actors, old actors? What's some of the pitfalls that you see from
couple of
actors?
things. Well, one of the things that I see a lot of is scams. People love to scam people who don't know. There's this company out here in Atlanta that, you know, they call, like, I can't say the names, but there's this talent agency out here in Atlanta, and they swear if you pay them $1,000, they'll get you on this show and that show. And I actually went to them before I knew what I was doing, and I sat in their little lobby, and they were like, okay, yeah, you got a great look. We can get you this, and this. Just pay us $1,000 and use our photographer. And basically, what they have people doing is background work. Now, with background work, you can get that on your own. You do not need an agent. And the other thing is, you don't pay your agent anything if you don't book. and they will have you paying
Mm-hmm.
monthly fees to be with them, and they just prey on people who don't know. Luckily, they didn't get me because it just sounded stupid. You know. But I always
Mm-hmm.
tell people when they'll come to me like, "Hey man, I got this audition with this agency," and I'm like, "What's the name of it?" And they'll say the name, and I'm like, "I knew it.
Mm-hmm.
I motherfucking knew it.
Don't do
This
it.
them please don't go up there. Please don't go up there." So yeah, pitfalls, scammers, and I tell people anytime they want to
Yeah.
know something about the industry, about acting, if I know it, if I have the answer, come to I will tell you. So feel free to hop in my inbox, my DMs, whatever. I would rather help and get you further along than you run out there and bump your head in places that you don't need to bump your head. I did the head bumping for
Yeah,
you.
that's so awesome. That's so awesome. Thank you for that. Where can people follow you at?
Basically any social media, it's Maurice P. Kerry. That's MauricePKerry on all social media. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Charity asked, have you ever been starstruck before?
I've been starstruck.
Don't be acting like you all that. Okay?
Oh man, I would say the closest I've come is probably Beyonce. It might be Beyonce. Yeah, it might have been Beyonce. I didn't get to meet her, but I was basically standing right next to her, and I was just like, oh shit. Oh. And then of course, like a man, I did like this.
You ain't.
Huh?
You felt the praise.
I fell for the trap.
You felt
You
the
damn right I did. I looked right in the face.
I feel like
Huh?
somebody that follows Beyonce. Like everywhere she goes, the son just follows Beyonce.
Yeah, she was cool. Yeah, she was. Like I said, I didn't get a chance to like directly meet her, but she was really cool. I mean, there's been a grip. Oh my god. Okay, so I don't know if you guys are familiar with Clark Gregg. Did you guys watch the Marvel movies, like all that stuff? You don't watch that? You watch? Y'all? Okay. Well, anyway, he played Agent Coulson. He played Agent Coulson in all of the Marvel movies. So he directed me on Florida Man on Netflix. It comes out later this year. And he was such a nice guy. He was so dope because he was like playing like he listens to music while he's working, and it's my kind of, you know what I'm saying? It's our kind of music. So I was like, anyway, and he's a really nice. He don't look like us. So when he was playing it, I'm in there jamming. Yeah, okay. And so I end up calling my daughter on FaceTime, and he comes jumping his ass in the FaceTime talking to my daughter, and my daughter goes, and I was like, yup. And she goes, that's Agent Coulson. I was like, yeah, that's Agent Coulson. So that was probably one of the coolest moments. Anytime my daughter's happy, somebody can make my daughters happy, I'm forever grateful. So next time we get to work with Clark Gregg, I'm definitely shaking his hand. But who I really want to work with?
Who
You see that?
Who is that?
Right.
I can't put a white hand.
Huh? Okay, that's Willard Smith. That's who I want to work with. Yeah, Will Smith. I want to work with Will.
Oh yeah.
I just, I gotta wear my headgear, but I will work with him though.
I don't think.
Right.
Leave Jada alone, okay? She don't deserve it. She don't deserve it. You can drink a little moonshine all you want on Team Jada.
Okay.
You can.
What?
So you telling me all I gotta do is give you a look across the seat, and you go get your ass up on the international stage and slap.
Well, here's the thing. The way I would have done it, like I get where Will is coming from as a man. I understood that. I wouldn't have slapped him, but I would have handled it right then and there. There's a way that I would have done it that would have been cool, smooth, but I probably would have got the booty when I got home. That my way would have been different.
That in action.
But why was
Huh?
that Jada's
Hold on,
fault,
what you
though?
say?
Why
Hold
you
on, hold
give
on.
it? Why
Wait,
you give
what she say down there?
I was saying we want to see that in action and seen.
You
Yeah, yeah.
you want to see me do it? Okay, hold on, here we go. So the way I would have handled it is he'd have said as a joke, G.I. Jane, can't wait to see it. She'd have gave me the look. I looked at him. I would have walked up on that stage, leaned over, right into his ear, and I'd have said, listen, my wife found that disrespectful. I need you to fix that right now. Go ahead and apologize. Do that for me. And then I turned around, walked back to my seat, sat back, and I mugged the shit out of him until he did it. And it would have been just like that. I promise to God, if I did it, he would have apologized right then and there. And then I would have got the booty when I got home. Yeah. Versus the way he handled it, slapping people, and then people disrespecting him. I'm like, Jay, well, like, come on, man, like, could have did that better. But I do understand love and emotions. They'll put you in a bad place. So.
You still didn't tell me how much Jada's fault, whatever.
I don't fault Jada for that moment. I do not fault her for that moment because he's a grown man. You know, like I said, I would handle it differently. I don't fault her for that moment. I do have some questions about how she protects her man, but those are questions that are rhetorical questions within me that I don't have a place to ask, but I am curious. How do you protect your man?
Okay, I can see that perspective because stuff did get out that probably shouldn't have, and Will kept his
right. Because in all honesty, if they do have an open relationship, fine, that's fair. But do you see Will out there talking about, because you know what? Because a man's natural state at all times is to protect. That's what we're built for. That's why our bones are denser. That's why we're bigger, stronger. It's because we are here to protect and have y'all back. Y'all don't have that same natural instinct to protect because that's not what you're built for. You're built to nurture and bring life into the world. And then we help protect that life. So I'm going into my own philosophies. So let's go.
You brought that up. It's been a lot of different things, and I know we get close on the timeline, but women have been struggling with that, with holding on their energy versus feeling like they have to protect their homes and protect themselves and protect their families. How would you approach a woman who has had that experience, and it's hard to give you that freedom to be a man because they're not used to having that protector the way that you just described it?
God, if you'd have asked me that 2 years ago, I would have given you a different answer than the one that I'm giving you now. Because the 2 years ago version of me had more hope available. The version of me now is, I don't want to fight my woman. I don't want to fight her. I don't want to argue with you. I don't want to fight you to have my place as a man. That place should be open and available for me to step into, not to fight you for. Why am I fighting you to be the man? Now,
do you think there can be some conversation?
I think there could be, just not with me. Not with me. Because if a woman is in a situation where she feels she has to be the strong one and she has to be the man, but she also wants a man in that space, then there's some healing and there's some work that needs to be done to open that space versus standing in that space, then asking me to come into that space as well. And you're like, wait a minute, like you just told me to come in. Versus, all right, listen, I'm a woman. I'm into you. I want you here in this space. I don't want to fight you for space that already should belong to me. I'm not going to fight you. Not even when 2 years ago. And I say that because of my last major relationship. it didn't go well. So yeah.
No, I respect that perspective. I mean, it's been a topic of conversation for a while, so I'm happy to have you share that because I've never heard it the way that you just articulated it. You know, and being a woman, of course, I'm on the well, you got to understand where they come from. But you're absolutely right. Like, no, that person needs to know that they need to get healed before they expect somebody to come in. And I respect that
Let's flip
perspective in the way that you
it.
put
Let's
it.
take a moment and flip it. As a man, I want to bring a woman into the space because I'm a full-time single father. It's just been me and my daughter her entire life. And let's just flip it as a man. Let's say I want to bring you into the space as my woman. But I have all kinds of things like, hey, let me handle that. Like, we're not used to doing all these other things. How would that make you feel as a woman? Would that make you feel wanted, or would you care to put up with that? Especially, I don't know how old you are, but especially, I know you ain't 20. Especially after you've had experience, good ones, bad ones. How would that make you feel? And you don't have to answer that. It's more of a thinking question. Do you have time and the patience to put up with someone's insecurities?
I think every woman is different, but I think 8 out of the women who are looking for a quality relationship, they're willing to go a little bit extra to try than some men who.
Well, I think
what
the
you
reason
think?
for that is biology. Honestly, I think the reason for that is biology. Go ahead.
Let me ask Trina because I'm in a different situation. You know what I mean? So it's hard for me to really answer that question. What do you think?
So about that same scenario,
Mm-hmm.
me coming into his space. Okay. Honestly, it's so hard out here in these single streets. You know what I'm saying? You're a nice, attractive looking man. So I would compromise. It depends. It depends on what because I have actually kind of been in that situation. If a guy who's single dad, you're doing everything, and you're protective about letting another woman come in that space. So that's sensitive. Like, I have to be respectful of that. So it just depends on how severe that is. If it's to the point where I can't even bond with your daughter, like after some time has gone by, we can't go get our nails done and have a bonding experience so I can try to get in that to her, then that would be a different story. But as long as those little openings are there, I can try to build and bond that relationship. I'm willing to give it a try because it's rough out here.
Right. That's fair. That's fair.
Lauren. Oh man, I haven't seen him in so long.
So he was in SWTV. He was in SWTV.
Y'all.
Y'all know that's y'all remember that's my younger brother, right?
Come on now. Why do you think I said his name like that? You don't think I know your people?
They talk about grown folk niggas. Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, he and I, we got to work. He's a grip. He works a lot of the behind the scenes on film, and I finally got a chance to work with him on when I did Staircase. I was walking on the set in my cotton uniform, and I happened to look back. He's built the way he's built, and I know we grew up together. And I was like, Lord, and no one calls him that on set, and he was like, I was like, ooh, like, ooh.
You didn't know your brother was going to be out.
We run around, we're like, that's my brother. So yeah, it was crazy.
That's so cool.
Okay, there you go.
Carrie asked the question. Let me get down into it. She said, I think that's the exact situation as the woman not being open. Sounds like the woman and the man should be open to allow someone in their space. So she's saying we got to get some compromise somewhere in order to make relationships work. And I know everybody has standards, but everybody's going to come with, I don't know. Maybe there is a perfect piece of puzzle, but I feel like at some point you're going to have to kind of bend and shift. But everybody should also have their non-negotiables.
Yeah.
And standards are important. And if that's a standard for
See,
you, you know,
the thing is,
that,
after a certain amount of time, those non-negotiables, as you get older, begin to shift. Because the things that you negotiated before that didn't seem to work, you later in life, like, you know what? How about I not compromise on that this time? Let's just see how that goes. And you may have to wait a little bit longer for someone, or wait a little bit longer for the right person, but you are trying something different. And to, you know, the old saying, to have something that you've never had, you have to do something you've never done. And sometimes it's just saying no to yourself.
stop
Shut
going
up.
after the titties.
You didn't see Beyonce. You didn't see Beyonce's booty. I'm thinking right here.
First of all, we get good seats when we go to the country. I'm not gonna go there right now, okay? I'm not doing
I
it.
seen
I'm
her
not
butt
doing it.
up close and personal.
I'm about to text Hope. I'm about to get in that ass. That's my buddy, y'all. Let me go back.
Somebody else, it looks like somebody else has a
Anyway.
question.
She said, "This is beautiful, but I gotta get back to work." That's your brother.
Gotcha.
He said,
Hey, bro.
sometimes you think you're open, but then it actually happens. You realize you're not quite there. Like sometimes you try different stuff, and I think it's always shoot. Even in a relationship, you compromising damn near every day. Like it's always going to be a compromise. But I do agree, like Trina said, sometimes you may think that you're there, and you try to give it, and you're like, no. But then sometimes you be like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a try, and it actually works. So I guess, like you said, you just gotta go off of your feeling.
I agree.
It's love.
I agree.
Are you dating?
I'm
What's your
I'm in a strange place as far as relationship goes, but I am single. I am.
He in a situationship.
I'm not even. I'm not even in a situationship. When I say I'm in a strange place, it's you know, it would be nice to have somebody around, but I'm in a place right now where I'm afraid. I'm afraid, and I would genuinely say I'm afraid to have someone around because I know how I am. I'm very laser focused on things. I laser focus on my daughter. I laser focused on my fitness, on my career, and those three things require three different people. The father to my daughter is not the same as the actor that you see on TV. Is not the same as the guy that works out in the gym. Those are three different people. Those are three different slices of the pie. And if I add a fourth element to that, then something somewhere is going to have to lose out. And I don't have it in me to give. But I tell people all the time, if I fall in love, I'm literally going to have to fall in love. Like I'm like, oh shit, God damn it, I'm in love. You know, like this shit going to pull up on me. Like,
Deborah
I'm about to fall in love. Who done put me in there? You know what I'm saying? God damn, is that love? You know what I'm saying? So, it's going to have to catch me slipping.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I have one more question for you, Angel. Angel is my makeup artist, so she got questions of asking about your experience with makeup artists in the industry, and you know, any recommendations for her, being that that's her swim lane, and also other people. I have my sister's an artist. Have a lot of different artists.
I do, from just being on different sets and working with different makeup artists. I do have a relationship with not a just a working relationship with a few different makeup artists, set artists. They do makeup, special effects. Some do hair. I'm actually, I've it's been hit or miss sometimes, depending on the makeup artist's experience with brown skin. I've done a film where I looked back and there was just so much red in the makeup, it just didn't look right. There's some that have just done it perfectly. I just did a film with Jasmine Burke, my second film with her. We did a film called Shane, and the makeup artist on that, when that film comes out, it's a rom-com. It comes out later this year. Probably, the makeup on that was beautiful. I think my pet peeve though is hair. If there's anybody that want to talk about hair, we can talk about that. That is actually my pet peeve.
What about what's up with the why is that?
So
I just
in my
want to know.
experience, I've gotten to the point now where I always ask if there is a barber. I don't even necessarily say black or white first. I always say barber first, not a stylist, because when this has been too many times where I've gone on a set where I get what I've affectionately called a spritz and a pat, a spritz and a pat. So it's like, looks good to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but you'll look over to the other, cast members, and they over there
Right.
doing all this, curling all up, and I'm over here like, this what I get? Right, this what I get? Bitch, and they lie to me like, act like you doing something. Goddamn, put some something wrong with my shit. Like, what the fuck wrong with you? So I'm really sensitive about the hair thing, because I was on one set with it was a white woman, and I've actually had my hair cut by white people, and they've done great jobs in other places. But this woman swore, because she was married to a black man, oh, I can cut black hair. This motherfucker had me in the George Jab, so my shit was low down in the middle, it was high on the side. I was like, this is not moving on. Why is me? Like, the hell? What's wrong with you? So, huh? Right.
She done messed you
No,
up
it was a
with
whole
TV.
movie.
Not
Luckily,
just like a normal.
this movie has not come out in the States. It's only playing right now in France and Belgium. I have a copy of it on my computer. But yeah, France and Belgium has seen my scalp.
Put that Beijing black on there.
What you said? I didn't even know what Beijing was. I didn't find out what Beijing was until about a month ago, when somebody swore I had just got my hair cut, and I posted a picture, and then they were talking shit about me online. They was like, oh, he got that Beijing. And I was like, what the fuck is a Beijing? Like, what is this? What is this? So I didn't find out, actually. So I found out what it was, but then I just saw it for the first time in the store. It's not spelled Beijing like China. I thought it was spelled like Beijing like shit. No, it's just Bejan. That's it. I was like, oh. Yeah, it's not even. So I just learned what that was.
All right, Kerry, any lasting words for the WineDown crew, or anybody that's going to catch this later? Tell the people again how to find you and anything.
You can find me, St. Louis rolling them doors. No, you can find me on all social media, Maurice P. Kerry. Hey, listen, guys, if you talk, I talk back. Okay. Hey, what's up? Hey. If you talk, I talk back. I actually enjoy helping. I really, really enjoy helping people. One of my clients that I help online, I won't say her name, but she just booked a role on Power. Working with me, I was working with her, coaching her, and so it really felt good to help people. So if you want to get into acting, or if you just want, I won't say a life coach, but I call myself a personal motivator. I have something in me where I can typically get people to find that power within themselves that they don't think they have. So just hit me up. We can talk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Shout out to Kerry. Thank you so much for being here. I know you, time is money. This is free. So I want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'm really, really proud of you. Just really proud of all the things that you're doing. And I'm looking forward to just seeing you, just continue to elevate.
Oh,
and we pray
thank
for you
Yeah.
because we want to see you doing good things. So, yeah.
Real quick, before we go, what y'all was sipping on? We didn't ever say. What was y'all sipping on before we go? She had a box of steel. Okay. Oh.
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
What did you have? What did you have?
Look, I'm on the show and I was drinking water tonight, but don't judge me because I've been sick today. I was sick. I didn't want to put nothing else in my body.
Okay. All right. So, whatever.
But the people know.
Patrick Michael said he drinking that whiskey sour over there. Come on now with the whiskey sour. Yeah. So anyway, stay tuned, stay updated. Follow me on Instagram so that way I can keep you guys updated on the upcoming films. We got Chasing Rain, we got Shane, we got Friend Zone. My stuff coming on Netflix. I got Urge. I just stuff everywhere. Just stick with me, and I got you. So I can tell you guys when the premieres are. Y'all can pull up at the premiere and do some red carpet.
No.
Come on.
Okay.
Let
I might find me a husband.
baby.
Okay. I tell you what. Listen. This is what we'll do. If I go on that red carpet and I ain't got nobody, you coming with me, baby.
Ooh, don't tell me what a good time.
Man, I thank y'all for having me. Thank you so much. I had fun.
Yes, it's been great.
Thank you. And thank you guys. If you guys aren't following me, make sure you follow me, Ronesha_Nation. Again, if you know anybody looking to buy or sell in the state of California, please have them call me, because that's what I do. I do this as a passion project. That's my job. So please be there. Next week, we do have Mindset and Motivation coming up. I got a very special guest coming to be a part of that. And again, a great shows lined up. I got in touch with that lawyer again for all of you guys who've been on the WineDown crew. I actually got her under contract. She'll be here late March to talk about estate planning and how to get your estate properly prepared for your life. So a lot of great people. So stay tuned every Wednesday, 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern time. And I look forward to seeing you guys. Thank you so much, Trina, my bestie, for being here. I will definitely see more of you.
Too. All right. It's been a pleasure being here with y'all tonight.
It was a pleasure.
All right,
All right, y'all.
All right. Y'all.